Topic introduces the use of value at risk, VaR, as a framework for budgeting and managing portfolio risk within financial institutions and investment portfolios. Risk budgeting involves allocating acceptable levels of risk across business units, trading desks, asset classes, or individual positions according to strategic objectives and risk tolerance. VaR provides a standardized metric for measuring and comparing potential losses, enabling managers to distribute risk efficiently throughout an organization. By quantifying the downside exposure associated with different investments, VaR allows firms to evaluate whether expected returns justify the risks being assumed. This process supports disciplined portfolio construction, improves capital allocation decisions, and ensures that aggregate portfolio risk remains consistent with organizational objectives and regulatory requirements. The topic emphasizes that effective risk budgeting requires balancing expected returns against contributions to overall portfolio risk. Portfolio managers often evaluate investments using excess return-to-risk measures that compare anticipated returns with incremental contributions to VaR. Positions generating attractive expected returns relative to their risk contribution may receive larger allocations, while inefficient positions may be reduced or hedged. VaR-based risk budgeting also helps identify concentrations of risk that may threaten diversification benefits or increase portfolio vulnerability during market stress. By decomposing total portfolio risk into component contributions, managers can allocate capital more strategically and avoid excessive exposure to a single asset class, factor, sector, or trading strategy. Another important aspect is the integration of VaR into active portfolio management and decision-making processes. VaR serves not only as a measurement tool but also as a mechanism for controlling risk-taking behavior across portfolios and trading operations. Managers can establish risk limits based on VaR thresholds to prevent excessive leverage, concentration risk, or speculative positioning. When market conditions change or volatility increases, portfolio managers may rebalance positions, reduce exposures, or implement hedging strategies to maintain acceptable risk levels. VaR therefore supports proactive risk management by allowing institutions to monitor whether portfolios remain aligned with predetermined risk budgets and investment objectives under changing financial market conditions. Topic also focuses on the ongoing monitoring of portfolio risk using VaR and related analytical techniques. Continuous risk monitoring is essential because market conditions, correlations, and asset volatilities evolve over time, potentially altering portfolio exposures significantly. Managers regularly update VaR calculations to capture changes in market prices, interest rates, volatility, and portfolio composition. Monitoring risk through VaR helps institutions detect emerging vulnerabilities before losses become severe. In addition, managers use VaR reporting systems to communicate risk exposures across investment teams, senior management, and regulators. Effective monitoring frameworks therefore improve transparency, accountability, and responsiveness within the broader enterprise risk management process. The topic also highlights the importance of stress testing and scenario analysis as complements to VaR monitoring. Although VaR is valuable for estimating expected losses under normal market conditions, it may underestimate risks during extreme events or periods of financial crisis when correlations rise sharply and liquidity deteriorates. Stress testing evaluates how portfolios would perform under severe but plausible economic or market scenarios, while scenario analysis examines the effects of specific hypothetical events such as interest rate shocks, credit crises, or market crashes. These tools enhance VaR monitoring by revealing tail risks and vulnerabilities not fully captured by standard statistical models. Combining VaR with stress testing therefore provides a more comprehensive assessment of portfolio resilience and downside exposure. The topic concludes by emphasizing the strategic importance of VaR-based risk management in modern financial institutions. VaR supports consistent risk measurement, capital allocation, regulatory compliance, and portfolio optimization across diverse investment activities. However, the effectiveness of VaR depends on model assumptions, data quality, and proper interpretation by risk managers. Historical relationships may break down during periods of market stress, causing actual losses to exceed estimated VaR levels. Consequently, institutions must supplement VaR with judgment, stress testing, liquidity analysis, and broader qualitative assessments. When integrated into a comprehensive risk management framework, VaR remains one of the most important tools for budgeting, managing, and monitoring portfolio risk in increasingly complex global financial markets.